only way you can get up every fucking day and do something that's as little paid as music is if you do something that you actually like. Yeah. Yeah, it's your boy, Bohan Phoenix. Hey, let me take you overseas, baby. Hey, cause I was born overseas. Then my mama took me overseas. D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, and my producer friend, Jackery. I have no idea how to pick up girls in China. There's no flirting in Chinese. There's no like clever way to flirt in Chinese, you know? Like, I have a better conversation with girls in the States. Maybe just because my Chinese is shit. And this is a moment where I realize I need to up my Chinese game. A couple years ago, at this festival in Shanghai, I think it was last year. No, it was 2 years ago. We were supposed to perform at this concrete and grass festival. And then like 30 minutes before we went on stage, our government had like people come and be like, yeah, you can't perform because you don't have a right visa. That was pretty like intense. Until that moment, we totally didn't feel the grasp of the government, you know, like, so that was really interesting. To me, talent, obviously to way more people, clout, you know, but I think music is one of those things, like, it's whatever works for you, man. I think if I were to say, like, yeah, like, clout is not as important as talent, then it just makes me sound like pretentious and, like, superior in a way, you know? Like, for me, I enjoy stuff with more substance. So the thing is, good pop music is really hard to make. I mean, if you break down what music is, right, it's supposed to influence, it's supposed to affect people, it's supposed to reach people. So the fact the song can reach 10 million, 100 million people, it's really hard to do. So there's always been a negative connotation about pop music. You know, at one point Michael Jackson was pop. You know, like Prince, they're pop. You know, at one point. I think it just became a point where the quality of pop music at some point started losing its standards. Because at the end of the day, you're not making yourself famous. It's the fans that's making you famous. So that's actually the only music video of mine I didn't direct. That was my boy Pete and his friend Morris, 18 Uppercut from Shanghai. They had that idea, one, because there was piano in the song. Two, it was the idea of like setting, you know, music going from the west to east, and then like blazing the trail. It was kind of a metaphor like that. And then the whole Phoenix thing. Fire was always a theme. I think for setting the piano on fire, it was just like obvious, iconic imagery. Sometimes like you just have a beat and then like words just come. Right? For example, like, and other times y'all have lines already and you're just waiting for a beat. I was watching this Bollywood movie and it was like these two really poor kids looking at this really rich kid with like really nice shoes. And one kid goes to the other, damn, I wish I could have that type of shoes, you know, like. And then his friend goes, well, we're not them two comma kids. And then his friend goes like, what do you mean two comma kids? You know, two comma kids are kids with $1 million in the bank. After watching that, I was like, I had to learn English when I first came to this country. My mama said, know the language and you get the money. I guess I wasn't ever good with grammar punctuations, but I know one thing is for sure, 2 commas make 1 million. And then I was just kind of been waiting for like a beat for that, you know. Other times like there's a joke, like Jala was a fucking joke. I took my friends to tour in China. When they went back to the States, Chinese food didn't taste the same. They were like, how do we make it taste better? Well, I was like, tell them to make it extra spicy, tell them Jala, you know. The hook was originally Jala, 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 and then bounce, you know. So I said Singapore earlier because they understand both the Mandarin and the English side, but I definitely like New York better because, I don't know, I think it's just like a nostalgia thing. I think New York, Brooklyn specifically. Manhattan can be a mess. And then Chengdu too, obviously. Chengdu is like kind of home. The only way you can get up every fucking day and do something that's as little paid as music is if you do something that you actually like. Money will come, eventually, it always does. Shout out Goldfish TV, of course. Yeah, and my moms, you know, always shout out my moms. That's about it. Yeah, they ain't seen nothing like this before. Yeah, I ain't nothing like whatever came